Klotz modification. In Klotz modification, we are looking at how to modify the Aldair's equation to get a straight line graph. So the very first thing is understand the Aldair's equation, know how to derive the Aldair's equation, which we've done already. So now to modify the Aldair's equation, first let's write the Aldair's equation. Aldair's equation is given as what? Bar y equal to what? N k prime a all over what? 1 plus what? K prime a. Now this is the Aldair's equation. This is the Aldair's equation. The next thing is, how can we modify this according to Klotz modification? Yes. So what did Klotz do? The first step is Klotz took the inverse of this. So the first step in Klotz modification is take the inverse. And when they say take the inverse, what does it mean? Right? Flip it, or 1 over. So here, please, I'll give you time to write. Just listen. So here we'll be having 1 over what? Bar y equal to what? 1 over this, right? But you agree with me that 1 over this will mean turning it upside down. So we'll be having 1 plus k prime a all over what? And k prime a, right? Is it not? Good. Now you also agree with me, please, the one you don't agree, let me know, that this is same thing as according to mathematics. This is same thing as writing it this way. Open your eyes. 1 over n k prime a plus k prime over n k prime a. This is same as this, because if you take the LCM is still this, right? Is it not? And when the denominators are the same, take 1, then add the numerators. Do you understand? Primary 3 maths. Do we agree to this? Good. Now, the next thing is, if you notice, this can cancel this, right? This can cancel this. So we'll be having 1 over bar y equal to 1 over n k prime plus, what is here? 1 over what? N, right? The n is down now, so you cannot just rule line like this and say n. Though I know some of you can do it. Alright, so this thing we have here is a Klotz modification. So it's not long, it's just as short as this. I'll explain it again, then we sketch the graph, how the graph will look like. Then we move on to sketchpad and we start the equation. So this one is not long. Alright, so this is Aldair's equation, right? Klotz, what did he do? He took the what? The inverse. So 1 over this equal to inverse. The next thing we said, this is same thing as 1 over denominator plus this over denominator. This over this plus this over this. Then this is common. So this can cancel out this. We'll be left with 1 over n here. And here is the same thing. Do you understand? Who said no? I'm not feeling fine today. Nobody should joke. Where? Yeah. This. How this became this. Alright. If you have something like this, 1 plus 2 over 3. We are now saying that this is the same thing as saying 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3. Is it not? Because if you find the LCM of 3 and 3 is what? 3, right? So 3 divided by 3, 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 3 divided by 3, 1. 1 times 2, 2. We still got back this whole stuff here. Do you get? So that was why we did that. Now the next thing is, please still listen up. If I write this equation like this, have I changed anything? If I write it this way, have I changed anything? I just shifted this A, right? Is it not? Good. Now, remind me the linear graph equation again. Y equal to what? Mx plus what? C, right? This is the linear graph equation. Y equal to mx plus c. Where m is what? Y, this is the y-axis, right? M is what? M is what? Is it slope or intercept? Slope or intercept? Slope, right? This is the x-axis and c is the what? Intercept. Now, if you match this, it means the y-axis. If you are plotting Klotz graph now, if they say plot for Klotz, it means, see, you see why I started from the basics. So you understand what you are plotting. If you are asked to plot Klotz graph, it means the y-axis will be what? 1 over what? Bar y, right? The slope of the graph will be what? This, right? Is it not? The x-axis will be what? And the intercept will be what? 1 over what? It means if you are sketching your graph and you have something like this. Is it an ascending graph or a descending graph? Is it an ascending graph or a descending graph? Ascending, right? Ascending like this, Abi? Good. Now, it means this y-axis here, the y-axis will be what? 1 over bar y, right? Please. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Good. And here will be what? 1 over a. Then this thing is the what? Slope, right? This is how to find the slope. Rule like this, then you trace. We'll see, we'll do all those things together. So the slope is what? 1 over what? Nk prime, right? And we say the intercept here is what? Is what? 1 over n, right? Listen up, please. If this intercept on, is this intercept, the intercept on the y-axis or on the x-axis? Y-axis, right? Intercept on the y-axis, right? This is intercept on the x-axis, right? This one will be what? This is negative x-axis, right? Because this is 0 and here negative x-axis. But here will be what? No, here, this intercept. Just like you said, this intercept is 1 over n. This other intercept will be what? You said? Minus what? Things to get it right. Minus k prime. How do you get the minus k prime? It's actually minus k prime. How do you get the minus k prime? Let me see who's thinking first. Where is the minus is because it's on the negative x-axis, right? But the k prime, how do we get k prime? Anytime you have something like this, you've gotten this one, you've gotten this one. To get what is here, just write this one times the inverse of this one. Right? N will cancel n, right? We are left with k prime. Then the negative is because it's here. So anytime you have something like this, you've gotten this intercept on the x-axis, on the y-axis, and the slope. Just hold this one constant times the inverse of this, you'll get what is supposed to be here. Alright, so with this, there is nothing they will ask you to calculate in Klotz that you cannot calculate. We are going to do it together. So I will take the sketch and we'll go into work. Any question?